बोले श्री गणपति भगवान की जय। भवानी शंकर भगवान की जय। पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण भगवान की जय। श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। शिवतनय वरिष्ठं सर्वकल्याणमूर्तिं परशुकमलहस्तं शोभितं मोदकेन अरुण कुसुममाला व्याललम्बोदरन्तं मम हृदय निवासं श्रीगणेशं नमामि। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सर्वमंगलमांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय भगवती देवी नमो वरदे। जय पाप विनाशिनी बहुफल दे। जय भगवती देवी नमो वरदे। जय पाप विनाशिनी बहुफल दे। जय शुंभ निशुंभ पकाल धरे। प्रणमामि तु देवी नराति हरे। प्रणमामि तु देवी नराति हरे। जय चंद्र किराकर नेत्र धरे। जय पावक भूषित पाक बदे। जय भैरव देहि नलीन परे। जय अंधक दैत्य विशोक हरे। जय महिष विमर्दिनी शूल करे। जय लोक समस्तक पाप हरे। जय महिष विमर्दिन शूल करे। जय लोक समस्तक पाप हरे। जय जय देवी जय जय देवी। जय जय देवी जय जय देवी। जय शंखमुख सयो धर्षनुते। जय सागर गामिनी शंभुनुते। जय दुख दरिद्र विनाश करे। जय पुत्र कलत्र विवृद्धि करे। जय जय देवी जय जय देवी। जय जय देवी जय जय देवी। जय देवी समस्त शरीर धरे। जय नाक विदर्शनी दोख हरे। जय व्याधि विनाशिनी मोक्ष करे। जय वांछित दायनी सिद्धि वरे। जय जय देवी जय जय देवी। जय जय देवी जय देवी जय 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 जय देवी। ओम जयंती मंगला काली भद्रकाली कपालिनी दुर्गा क्षमा शिवा धात्री स्वाहा स्वधा नमोस्तुते। जय त्वं देवी चामुंडे जय भूतारतिहारिणी जय सर्वगते देवी कालरात्रि नमोस्तुते। बोले जगदंबिका माता की जय। शिव भगवान वंदे देवमुमापतिं सुरगुरुं वंदे जगत्कारणं वंदे पन्नगभूषणं मृगधरं वंदे पशूनां पतिं वंदे सूर्यशशाङ्कवाहननयनं वंदे मुकुन्दप्रियं वंदे भक्तजनाश्रयं च वरदं वंदे शिवं शंकरं। Today is Naga Panchami, so I wanted to chant the Panchakshar Stotram on the occasion of Naga Panchami to honor Bhagwan Shiva, but more so the snake of Shiva. I will talk about him today, and our theme, I cannot wait, of course, to show you, of course, what the theme of the Shiva Lingam is today, because it is dedicated to Mahadev Bhagwan on the occasion of Naga Panchami. So let us together on this very, very special day in Shraavan month. Shraavan commences Chaturmas, or what we call the 4 holy months of the Hindus. So let us give thanks on this beautiful day called Naga Panchami to Bhagwan Shivji. Nisare mare pa mare sa Nagendraharaya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaragaya Maheshwaraya Nityaya Shuddhaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraya Namaha Shivaya. Mandakini Salila Chandan Charchitaya Nandishwar Pramathanat Maheshwaraya Mandar Pushpa Bahu Pushpa Supujitaya Tasmai Makaraya Namaha Shivaya. Shivaya Gauri Vadanara Vrinda Suryaya Daksha विषध्वरनाशिकाय श्रीनीलकण्ठाय वृषध्वजाय तस्मै शिकाराय नमः शिवाय। वशिष्ठकुम्भोद भवगौतमार्य मुनीन्द्रदेवर चित्तशेखराय चन्द्रार्कवैश्व नरलोचनाय तस्मै वकाराय नमः शिवाय। यक्षस्वरूपाय जटाधराय पिनाकहस्ताय सनातनाय देव्याय देवाय दिगंबराय तस्मै यकाराय नमः शिवाय। पंचाक्षरमिदं पुण्यं या पठे शिवसन्निधौ शिवलोकमवाप्नोति शिवेन सह मोदते। पंचाक्षर स्तोत्रम्। उमापति महादेव की जय। Please join with me with the world's most popular bhajan, the world's most popular song, the world's most popular chanting. The chanting, when recited, my friends, even the children respond to it, the animals respond to it. Imagine how a human being will respond to it. The snakes respond to it, and so Hanumanji responds to it. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nij Man Mukur Sudhar Barno Raghuvar Vimal Jasu जोदायक फलचार बुद्धिहीन तनु जानिके सुमिरो पवन कुमार बल बुद्धि विद्या देहो मोहि हारहु कलेश विकार। जय हनुमान ज्ञान गुण सागर जय कपीश तिन्हु लोक उजागर रामदूत अतुलित बल धामा अंजनी पुत्र पवन सुत नामा। ओ महावीर विक्रम बजरंगी कुमत निवार सुमति के संगी कंचन वरण विराज सुवेशा जय हो। हाथ भद्र और ध्वजा विराजे कान्हे मूंज जनेऊ साजे शंकर सुवन केसरी नंदन तेज प्रताप महाजगवंदन। जय हो। विद्यावान गुणी अति चातुर राम काज करिबे को आतुर प्रभु चरित सुनिबे को रसिया राम लखन सीता मन बसिया। सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्ष उर लाए रघुपति की नहीं बहुत बढ़ाए तुम मम प्रिया भरत संभार सहस बदन तुम्हरो यश गावे, अस कही श्रीपति ओ सनकादिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा, नारद सारद सहित यम कुबेर दिगपाल चाहते, कवि को विद कही सके काते, तुम उपकार सुग्रीव ही कीन्हा,
राम मिलाए राज पर दीना,
तुम्हरो मंत्र विभीषण माना, लंकेश्वर भय सब जग ओ युग सहस्र योजन पर भानु, लील्यो ताहि मधुर फल, प्रभु मोद्रिका मिली मुख माही, जन दिलांगी गए अचरज नाहि, दुर्गम काज जगत के जेते,
सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हारे तेते,
राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे, होत न आज्ञा बिन पैसारे, सब सुख लहै तुम्हारी शरणा, तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना, आपन तेज संभारो आपे, तीनों लोक हाकते, भूत पिशाच निकट नहीं आवे, महावीर जब
नाम सुनावे,
नासई रोग हरे सब पीरा, जपत निरंतर हनुमत वीरा, संकट से हनुमान छुड़ावे, मन क्रम वचन ध्यान जो लावे, सब पर राम तपस्वी राजा, इनके काज सकल तुम साजा, हो और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे, कासु अमित जीवन फल पावे, चारों युग पर ताप तुम्हारा है, पर सिद्धि जगत उजियारा, साधु संत के तुम रखवारे, असुर निकंदन राम दुलारे, अष्ट सिद्धि नवनिधि के दाता, असवर दीन जानकी माता, राम रसायन तुम्हारे पासा, सदा रहो रघुपति के दासा, तुम्हारे भजन राम को भावे, जन्म जन्म के दुख बिसरावे, अंत काल रघुवर पुर जाई, जहाँ जन्म हरि
भक्त कहाई,
और देवता चेतन धरहि, हनुमत से ही सर्व सुख
करे,
संकट कटे मिटे सब पीरा, जो सुमिरे हनुमत बलबीरा, जय 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 हनुमान गोसाई, कृपा करो गुरुदेव की नाई, जो शत बार पाठ कर कोई, जो कही बंदी महासुख हो, जो यहाँ पर हनुमान चालीसा, होई सिद्धि साखी गौरी सा, तुलसीदास सदा हरि छेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय महादेरा, की जय नाथ हृदय
महादेव,
पावन तनय संकट हरण, मंगल मूर्ति रूप, राम लखन सीता सहित, हृदय में बसहूँ सुरभूप, बोले पवन सुत हनुमान की, सिया भज रामचंद्र की जय हो. So before we do the revealing of the beautiful Shivlingam, which I know so many of you are waiting to see, what is our theme today, what did the decor team, the devotees did today, what came out, what was the inspiration today. I know you're wondering, well, we'll have a bhajan by one of the children of our temple, Seema, and then Bhumika will sing after that, 2 bhajans, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about this beautiful day, and you'll see how beautiful our Shivlingam is today. Bhagwan's blessings to those all who contributed, all of you who reached out to Asha, and made your donation for flowers. Continue to do so. Reach out to Asha Tilak. She's on Facebook, and you can message her and make a donation, of course. So we'll have Seema. She will sing the bhajan for us today, and Seema will sing Kabhi Durga Banke, Kabhi Kali Banke, and then Bhumika will sing after that.
कभी दुर्गा बनके कभी काली बनके चले आना मैया जी चले आना कभी दुर्गा बनके कभी काली बनके चले आना मैया जी चले आना
कभी दुर्गा बनके कभी काली बनके चले आना मैया जी चले आना. Bhumika will now sing Ambe Charan Kamal Hai Teri. These are beautiful Mata bhajans on a beautiful Friday evening here, at least in Brampton. So nice to be with all of you in Shanti Satsangh, to really, bring a beautiful end to your day and to help spruce up your life. So Bhumika will sing now, and after that, we have Shivji Bhagwan for it.
चरण कमल है तेरे अम्बे चरण कमल है तेरे हम बोरे हैं जन्म जन्म के हम बोरे हैं जन्म जन्म के निश दिन देते मेरे चरण कमल है तेरे तू धरती जग पालन करती अंबर का दार है तू सब सुख जो दे सब दुख जो तेरे अम्बे चरण कमल है तेरे अम्बे चरण कमल है तेरे हो समय आंसू फूल में श्रद्धा अंतर मेरे कर उजियारे तेरे मंदिर में नतमस्तक नभ में सूरज चांद सितारे हमने तेरे मुस्कानों में हमने तेरे मुस्कानों में देखे मधुर सवेरे अम्बे चरण कमल है तेरे अम्बे चरण कमल है तेरे हम बौरे हैं जन्म जन्म के हम बौरे हैं जन्म जन्म के निश दिन देते फेरे अम्बे चरण कमल है तेरे अम्बे चरण कमल है तेरे जय जय माँ 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 जय जय माँ
Ambe Charana Kamal Hai Tere. My friends, so to the feet of Ma Durga we bow. And this evening, of course, we celebrate the birthday of a lovely lady who I happen to know very well. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to wish Auntie Shirley a happy birthday today. On behalf, of course, of our family and our family here at Bhavani Shankar Mandir, we want to say it's a blessing to know Auntie Shirley and to wish her this very blessed day, happy birthday. Of course, a message from her children that I want to read for you. Happy 72nd birthday to our loving mom, Shirley Singh, or known as Auntie Shirley to many of us. Greetings are coming from your 4 children, Geeta, Babita, Baby, and Sano, all of whom I've known, of course, over the years. There's 7 grandkids, Sabrina, Alyssa, Dylan, Sarah, Tristan, Austin, and Serena. Wishing you Ma Durga's blessings with love, good health, and happiness always. And of course, we want to, echo those loving words by your children, Auntie Shirley, and wish you as well a very, very blessed day. This is a family that I grew up with back in the village. Uncle Baker, who we celebrated his memorial a few days ago. Very popular family in the village, and grew up with these people literally, and of course have made beautiful connections with them even in North America here. Auntie Shirley, I hope you had a blessed day, and I hope you're well and you're healthy, and we pray, of course, that you enjoy many more years of blessings, happiness, and bliss. Auntie Shirley is one of those seniors in our temple who would take a bus, for most of the times when she come here. Early morning, Sunday, she's here taking a bus, but she gets here and whenever she has to, she makes arrangements to be at the temple because this is her home in many aspects. Hope you enjoy your day today, and hope you're enjoying this evening, Auntie Shirley. And later on, we'll have a beautiful dedication for you. Happy birthday, and God bless always. Now, let's go to the big moment, my friends, where we show you of course, the Alankar of today. And Bhuvan is going to introduce. Are you going to take out the camera, Bhuvan? Are you going to take out the camera and come and tap in there? Okay. So we're going to show you the beautiful Alankar of Bhagwan Shiv today. Bole Sri Umapati Mahadev ki Jai. Samba Sadashiv Bhagavan ki Jai. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you today on Naga Panchami the very beautiful Alankar of Shivji Bhagwan in the form of Naga Bhagwan, the Lord of the Snakes. Please enjoy this beautiful. Let's chant these mantras as we introduce to you Bhagwan Shivji. Om Namah Shivaya. Yoga Yoga Yogeshwaraya. Bhut Bhut Bhuteshwaraya. Kal Kal Kaleshwaraya. Shiva Shiva Sarveshwaraya. Shambho Shambho Mahadevaya. Shambho Shambho Mahadevaya. Shambho Shambho Mahadeva. Shambho Shambho Mahadevaya. Bole Shiv Shankar Bhagavan ki Jai. Kailashpati Bhagavan ki Jai. Nageshwar Bhagavan ki Jai. Namah Parvati Pataye. Har 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 Mahadev. Shambho. My friends, and this is of course, the Alankar. Alankar, it means a presentation of dress. This is the Alankar today of Bhagwan Shivji in the form of Naga Panchami, or honoring Naga Panchami today. And you can see all the wild things around him. All these things here, my friends, they are wild at the back here. And the camera will you'll see some pictures later when Akash puts it up. You'll see how beautiful we decorated the lingam with the roses and the flowers and all the beautiful flowers we've purchased with your kind donation. Please continue to contact Asha and let her help you to be part of this process. Bolyo Mahapati Mahadev ki Jai. Why is today the theme for the snakes? If you see, of course, the lingam, there are snakes on it. And there are, snakes around it, there are snakes below. And we want you to understand the meaning of this today. Why are there snakes? Well, today is what we call Naga Panchami. Naga Panchami, which means on this 5th day of this beautiful month, after Amavasya, we have Naga Panchami, which is dedicated to the worship of the snakes of the world. West Indians, we of course don't like snakes, but in some parts of the world, of course in India, in the Puranas, in our scriptures, it is described how we should worship the snakes on this day. In India, my friends, on a day like this, you would see the sadhus and the people. They would gather a little bowl of milk. They themselves don't have much, but they gather a little bit of milk. They will even go to a temple. I have seen this with my eyes. Where they go to a temple or somewhere where Nagas are, the snakes are. And they would feed the snakes the milk. For some reason, on this day, the snakes, the cobras, are well behaved. You know, a cobra, a king cobra, when it bites, my friends, a person, there's very little time for them to survive. The poison is so much. Yet people feed the snakes. Why does this happen? Why the snake, my friends, and Shivji? You know, the snake is stone deaf. Stone deaf, rather. It does not hear anything that you say. The snake, if it is sleeping somewhere, my friends, when you're walking, it does not hear your feet coming. No? Doesn't hear your feet coming. But what happens? The snake senses everything. The snakes, because their body is on the ground, they sense miles away what is coming. A snake, my friends, you know why in India and many other places, they hold the snakes in the hand and nothing happens to that person, while some people, they cannot even go next to a snake, the snake goes for them. Why does that happen? The snake senses the intention of a person. The snake senses the intention of a person. That is why the snake coils around Shivji. The snake coils around Shivji, around his neck, around his hands. Why? Because the snake does not sense any danger on Shivji. The snake doesn't sense any life on Shivji. The snake does not sense any harm on Shivji, because Shivji Bhagwan is Om Sthiraye Namaha. He is the Lord of the eternal stillness. He's still in his emotions. He's still in his actions. He's form and innocent in his intentions. And so when the snake does not sense any harm from Shivji, the snake goes and wraps around the cool, the vibrant, but the harmless Shiva. The snake goes and stays there and occupies its abode there. This, my friends, is a snake. That is why those who are saying that, I'm so calm-minded and I'm so peaceful, well, perhaps we can take the cobra test to say, are we really still and calm and peaceful? Because when the snake sees us, it will be our friend. But the minute it senses any sort of danger, of wrong intent, it comes for you. It comes for you. Today, my friends, the world prays to the snakes. Because why? We, as human beings on this earth, we have to be friend with all creatures. We have to be friend with all creatures, including the snakes. We are here occupying their land. We are here occupying their land, my friends. And so it is important for us to show gratitude to them. Now, please, you do not try feeding a snake, I will beg you. Because most of people these days, when they see a little mosquito, will run away. Or a little salipenta, they'll run away or something. When you see a snake, what will happen? Right? So, don't try that. But Naga Panchami, on this 5th day, after, of course, the new moon, Amavasya, we celebrate Naga Panchami, honoring the snakes of the world. To let them know, my friends, that we are here occupying their land. And we are here to understand their ways. Now, Shivji, my friends, is no stranger to snakes. Shivji Bhagwan is no stranger to snakes. As a matter of fact, he's called the Lord of Snakes because of that ability. The snake senses no hard feelings in him, no danger, nothing at all they sense. And that is how we should be in life, my friends. So that the animals, the dogs will run and be our friend. The cats will be our friend. All animals will be our friend when they see us, because they sense no harm in us. And that is why Shivji Bhagwan is called Nag Devata. Nag Devata. Nag Devata. Nag Devata Trahi Ma त्राहि मां पाहि मां। हे विष्णु को सया पे सुझाने वाला, हे शंकर के गले से लगाने वाला, नाग देवता त्राहि मां पाहि मां। नाग देवता त्राहि मां पाहि मां। जय हो नागदेव। हो कोमल कोमल अंग तिहारा, कोमल कोमल अंग तिहारा, श्याम रंग तुर नागे प्यारा। झिलमिल झिलमिल छाल तिहारा, झिलमिल झिलमिल छाल तिहारा। जैसे जमुना जल की धारा, हे झूमते हजारों खाने वाला, हे शीश पे धरती को उठाने वाला, नाग देवता त्राहि मां हे पाहि मां। नाग देवता त्राहि मां पाहि मां। जय हो। हो सोए बालक रोए माता, सोए बालक रोए माता। ये कैसा अन्याय विधाता, ये बालक है तुम पालक हो, ये बालक है तुम पालक हो। प्राण दान जो जीवन दाता, हे विष अमृत को फैलाने वाले, हे भक्तों की लाज बचाने वाले, नाग देवता त्राहि मां पाहि मां। नाग देवता त्राहि मां पाहि मां। हे विष्णु को सया पे सुझाने वाला, हे शंकर के गले से लगाने वाला, नाग देवता त्राहि मां पाहि मां। नाग देवता त्राहि मां पाहि मां। नाग देवता नाग देवता नाग देवता। बोले नाग भगवान की जय। Today we continue our discussion from yesterday, my friends. I thought we had a very beautiful discussion yesterday where we talked about Bhagwan Shivji. Yesterday was Haryali Tej, and the altar was dressed to honor nature. Today, my friends, on Naga Panchami, we continue the discussion of Bhagwan Shivji. Because Shivji Bhagwan himself, he went back on his word to become a householder. He took an oath, remember last night, that he would never marry. But when, my friends, he saw Shakti in the form of Sati Devi, and he knew that there is a purpose behind his marriage, my friends. He knew that he had to get married for a purpose. He married Mata Sati, And I have always asked you, remember, all the young people who got married over the years. First thing I asked them, why do you want to get married? Why do you want to get married? Bholenath Bhagwan had a reason why he did not want to get married. Because he felt that marriage would slow him down. So he said, I'm not going to get married. But then he had to get married to Sati Devi for a purpose. Right? Why is it that people get married these days? My first question to people always. Why do you want to get married? And then sometimes people will say, Parnaji, he's cute, or I love him. Well, there's a lot of guys that are cute, a lot of girls that are cute. What are we going to do about that? And, I love him. Well, we love a lot of people, but you marry everybody you love. You marry everybody that is cute. You must have a goal for marriage. And I explained that to you last night. We talked great detail about last night. Marriage is an institution where everything that we do becomes sacred. Living, going to do groceries, walking, driving in a car, going for vacation, everything, my friends, living in a home, doing gardening, going to a wedding, you do it in a very sacred way. Bhagwan Shivji had to bring forward a son in this world, but he can't do it by himself. He had to show that it has to occur in the sacred institution of marriage. He married Sati Devi. Sati Devi doubted Bhagwan Shivji's, when Bhagwan Shivji bowed to Ram Bhagwan, Sati Devi says, well, who is that? Bhagwan Shivji says, that is Narayan. Sati says, no, I doubt it. She took a disguise. Last night we talked about this. And Ram Bhagwan recognized her right away. Tu antaryami sabka swami. Ram Bhagwan, no matter what kind of mask we wear. It's interesting, eh? No matter what kind of mask we wear. And soon you will wear Bhavani Shankar Mandir mask. No matter what garb you wear, the dhoti, the kurta, the shalwar, the lehenga, the skirt, whatever it is, the pants, Bhagwan will recognize you, my friends, no matter what disguise we take. Sati Devi took this disguise and went, and Bhagwan Ram recognized her right away. Bhagwan Ram says, hey Devi Sati, Parmeshwar, Shivji Bhagwan, kaha hai, aap akele hai is jungle mein, na? You are alone in this jungle, where is Shivji? And she was embarrassed. She went to Shivji and she did not disclose the truth. And Satya barabar tapanahi, jhoot barabar paap. The greatest worship we can do in this world is to speak the truth, and the vilest of sin we can commit is to tell the lie. Shivji Bhagwan says, Sati, because you did not disclose the truth to me, I cannot be associated with you. I cannot be associated with you. And Shivji Bhagwan left her for a while, and he went into yogic posture for a while. What happened after that, my friends? You know that Mata Sati, of course, after some time, what happened? Mata Sati did some penance, and Shivji opened his eyes again. And then she wanted to go to her father's home when she was not invited. And when she went there, Shivji was insulted. And then what happened? When Shivji was insulted, she couldn't take the insult. She, of course, through her yogic power, she burned herself. And when she burnt herself, my friends, Bhagwan Shivji lifted her. Bhagwan Shivji lifted her, and when he lifted her, her body was cut into so many pieces. Some say 51, some say 52. The Purana says 108 pieces. Her body fell into India. And wherever her body fell, there is a Shakti Peeth there, my friends. And what happened as there was a Shakti Peeth? What happened in that process? When we go there, we honor the body. Because Ma Sati says, although I have gone, my body is there to serve you. Sati, as she was dying, she begged Shiv Bhagwan, Sati maran hari sanvaru mangi. A dying person has a wish too. A dying person has a wish. You know that? People who are dying, they have wishes. In our scriptures, in our Puranas, they say, it is said, my friends, that whatever when you're dying and whatever you think about, that you will become in your next birth. That you will become in your next birth. And that is why desires are not a good thing to have. Imagine we live a life filled with desires. I desire this, I desire that, I'm attached to this, I'm attached to that. When the prana is leaving the body, what do you think you'll be attached to, my friends? Your prana, your breath will be attached. Your life, your thoughts will be attached to the world, and you will come back worldly person, my friends. Even dying people have wishes. I want to tell you, my friends, the breath that you waste to talk nonsense in life sometimes, save that breath. Save that breath, because one day you will, I tell you this, I sat by so many hundreds of people. You know, in the hospitals, when you say pull the plugs, I've done so for over 30 something people where you pull the plug, right? You know what the wish were with those people, my friends? If they had one more breath to call somebody, to speak to them, to talk to them. Why are we wasting our breath in this life, my friends, when we will need it so much so one day, right? And sometimes we open the mouth to speak, and there is nothing positive that can come out of the mouth, nothing elevated that can come out of the mouth. What happens, my friends? Save that word, because one day you will want to have a last word with someone, my friends, a last word you would want to have with someone. So save that word for that moment. Don't waste your words, you know. When a person dies with desires, you know what happened? They have to take rebirth to fulfill those desires. You know the story of Jada Bharata? In Bhagavad Puran, come August 4th, we start our Bhagavad, I'll tell you. Jada Bharata was a king. He was devoted to Bhagwan, devoted to Bhagwan, devoted to Bhagwan. And every morning he would pray, he would do his sadhana. But guess what happens? One day he went to the forest and he saw a deer, a beautiful animal, deer. And he brought a deer home, and he started to pet the deer, a pet deer, you know those things, a pet deer. And he pet the deer, and the deer becomes so much attached to him. He forgot about God, and the deer became his big friend. And he went and you know, walked in the garden with the deer. They slept in the same home together. And when Jada Bharata was dying, all he was thinking about is the deer, the deer, the deer. He was thinking about, my friends, he was thinking about the deer. You know what happened? Jada Bharata, when he took his next birth, he was born as a deer. He was born as a deer because Parameshwar Bhagavan says, Antakale chamameva smaran muktva kale varam yah prayati samadbhavam yati nasyat sanchayaha. Bhagavan Shri Krishna says that whatever you think about at the time when you're departing this body, that you will attain back again, my friends. That you will attain again. And the Lord gave us that opportunity. What opportunity did the Lord give us? That we must live a life that is pure. So that when we are leaving, we will leave with pure thoughts and desires, not to come back here, but to go straight to Him. Sati Devi, my friends, when she was dying, Sati marat hari san varmanga, janam janam shiva pad anuraga. As she was dying, my friends, she had a desire. What was his desire? Janama janama shiva pad anuraga. That birth after birth, may I be attached to Bhagwan Shiva's feet. Birth after birth, may I be close to Bhagwan Shiva's feet, birth after birth. Tohi karan himi gir griha jai, janami parbati tanu pai. Birth after birth. On this account, my friends, what happened as she left this body, Sati Devi? As she left this body, guess what happened? Tehi karan himi grih ai janma parvati tanu ai. She now takes birth. Sati Devi takes birth, takes avatar as Namah Parvati Pataye Har 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 Mahadeva Shambho. She became now Parvati in her next birth. Let us hear what Tulsidas ji says. Jab te uma sail griha jai, sakal siddhi sampati tah chai. Jahat muni nasu ashram kinhe, achit vas him bhudar. Sarita sab punit jalu bahi, खग मृग मधुप सखी सब रही, सहज बयरु सब जीवन त्यागा, गिरि पर सकल करहि अनुरागा। सौ शैल गिरि जागृह आए, जिमि जनु राम भगति के पाए। नित नूतन मंगल गृहतासु, ब्रह्मादिक गावहि जस जासु। पार्वत हरे नारद समाचार सब पावे, कौतिक गिरि गेहे सिधिराए। शैल राज बर आदर कीन्हा, पद पखारी वर आसीन दीन्हा। जय 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 गिरिराज दुलारी, जय 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 पार्वती माई। Sati Devi, my friends, became Parvati. In the beautiful India, she became the daughter of Himachal and Maina Devi. Parvati was born as a princess in the home of Himachal and Maina Devi. As a baby, when she was born, जब ते उमा शैल गृह जाए, सकल सिद्धि संपत्ति तह छाई. When she was born in the house of the mountain king, the place became an abode of perfect prosperity and success. I want to tell you something, my friends. When a child is born in a home, no matter what sorrows exist in that home, no matter what kind of, negative energy is residing in that home, the minute the child is born, everything disappears. If the datinland attack, when the child born, everybody, oh, my granddaughter there, with my grandson there, right? They want to see it. Yeah, the grandchildren, have become the grandparents' child now. No? Every grandparent, when they see that grandchild, let me tell you this, I've seen this in my young life. I have seen this in my young life. You see all the folks out there, the minute you have a grandchild, that's it, your life turned around. You know why? Because you start to see your child in that little baby. You start to see your child in that little baby. Every grandfather has now once again become a father. They leave everything, they leave work, they leave everything, and they now are babysitting. They are now taken to school. They are now feeding because they see their child in their grandchild. It's a bit of a, it's not psychology or anything. It's just very simple. But when a child comes in a house, you know why the home turns around so much from negativity to positivity? Who na talk to who, start talk to who? You know why that happens? Because a child, my friends, is innocent. A child brings innocent energy into an environment. That is why our temple, my friends, is so blessed. Because children are never short here. I'm not saying adults are a curse and children are a blessing. Please don't say that or interpret it as that. I'm saying that children bring a different kind of energy. When they are around, it is very innocent. You can sense their innocence. You can feel their innocence. You can sense their gentleness. There is no hate. There is no corruption. There is no slightedness. No, everybody is just around. And the energy is so blessed when the children are around, my friends. And that is why when a child is born in a home, there is so much happiness in that home. Jabate Uma Sail Griha Ahai. When Uma Devi, Parvati Mata, was born, my friends, Uma, she was born as. What happened? Maina Devi and Himachal. Oh, the kingdom were blessed, my friends. The throne existed, but there was no crown in it. And so Parvati Mata, Uma Devi, became that crown, that light in their lives. What happened now? The trees start to flourish, everything of all variety. The environment was so beautiful. Everything, my friends, changed because this beautiful baby came into their lives. This beautiful child of Uma Devi came into their lives. What happened now? Because she was born, they are going to now, my friends, the mother and the father, Himachal and Maina Devi, they called upon the priest. Let me tell you something. When a child is coming into this world, you must contact your Panditji months in advance. You know why that happens? The Panditji is contacted months in advance. Let me tell you why the Panditji is contacted. The Panditji is contacted because the Panditji will look. The Panditji, ask, when are you due? And if they say, let's say May 11th, the Panditji will say 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, here are the dates. That if a child is born 2 weeks before the due date, these dates here are called Mool Nachatra. And 2 weeks after, if they're born, and they're born on these days, these are called Mool Nachatra. And then if a child is born, then what happens? In this time, the father does not see that baby. You know the story, right? When a baby is born in Mool, Nachatra, the father cannot see that child until 27 days after. Because if the father sees the child in Mool Nachatra, the baby, whatever negative energy the baby brings onto that planet, the baby sends it in the eyes or in the life of that father. This is I'm not telling you anything, my friends, out of the ordinary here. This is science. This is science, my friends. What happens when people come from space? What happens when people come from space? They have to go in quarantine for a number of days before they can meet their family, because they have come from an area, from an environment that is impure and bears certain energies and toxins. So they have to quarantine, then they get to meet their family. And if I forget about space, in COVID, what happens? Somebody diagnosed with COVID, or somebody comes from abroad, they cannot, they have to be in quarantine after a certain number of days, then they can see their family. Similarly, when a child is born in Mool, the child comes through that planet. And what happens? The child has to be in quarantine for 27 days. And when the child is in quarantine for 27 days, on the 27 days, approximately the nakshatra that the child is born under, the child, when that occurs again, a puja is done called Mool Nakshatra or Mool Shanti Puja. The Panditji who knows how to do it, it's a very skilled work. The Panditji, you have to get places like water from certain places, sticks, leaves, a whole bunch of things to do the 27 Nakshatra Puja. And when it is done, my friends, the child is placed over the father's shoulder. There's a thali at the bottom. I hope, my friends, you are following this tradition. I hope that you follow the Hindu culture, because we are so anxious to see our child. Huh? You can't do it without a baby for 27 days. Oh, you have your rest of the life to see your child. At some point, you're going to be getting away from them. So bear it up. The child is placed on the father's shoulder like this, and the mustard oil is placed at the bottom. The father looks into the mustard oil, and the father sees, of course, the face of the baby through the mustard oil. This is called, my friend, the filtration process. The father does not look in the eyes of the child. The father looks to the eyes of the child through the mustard oil, so that no negative energy is transmitted to the father. Please contact your family priest when these things happen and be guided accordingly. Don't go just make children like that, my friends. If you're following the Hindu customs, if you have a desire to have an enhanced life or to live a life that is enhanced, please follow this religion, this tradition to the T. And my friends, what happens is a very, very beautiful thing. When the baby born, my friends, Himavat, my friends, Himachal, the king, my friends, calls, who does he call? Narad samachar sab paaye, Kaituk hi giri ge sidhaye, Sail raj par aadar kinha, Pad pakhari par asanudin, Nari sahit muni pad sirunava, Charan salit sabu bhavan sivacha, Nij saubhagya bahut giri barna, Suta boli meli muni charna, Sab lakshan sampan kumari, होहि संतत पियहि पियारी. They called Himachal because they are Hindus. Himachal and Maina Devi, the king and the queen, who now has brought the Divine Mother into their life. They are dharmic people, they are Hindus, you know, and I always tell you, my friends, be very proud to be a Hindu. Be very proud to be a Hindu. We have come from a very humble country, Guyana, Trinidad, and the West Indies. We were grown up very humble. There is nothing wrong in coming to America and Canada and being a little Western. There's nothing wrong, my friends, but please do not forget your roots. Do not forget your roots because of the West. Do not be ashamed to tell your friends and family of different color, different races, different religion that you are a Hindu. Do not tell them, do not be afraid, my friends, to tell them that you're a Hindu. When we come back, Vrinda will sing this bhajan. And after Vrinda sings this bhajan, my friends, we will introduce to you the mother and the father, my friends, brings Narad Muni. They bring Narad Muni to the party, to their home. And they say, Narad Muni, tell us what you see about our child. Umapati Mahadeva ki jai.
हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ. हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ. स्वर की देवी, ये संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा, ये हर गीत तुझसे. तू स्वर की देवी, ये संगीत तुझसे, हर शब्द तेरा, ये हर गीत तुझसे. हम हैं अकेले, हम हैं अधूरे, तेरी शरण हम, हमें प्यार दे माँ. हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ. मुनियों ने समझी, गुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों की वाणी. मुनियों ने समझी, गुनियों ने जानी, वेदों की भाषा, पुराणों की वाणी. हम भी तो समझे, हम भी तो जाने, विद्या का हमको अधिकार दे माँ. हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ. तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा, मुकुट सर पे साजे. तू श्वेत वर्णी कमल पे विराजे, हाथों में वीणा, मुकुट सर पे साजे. हमसे हमारे मिटा के अंधेरे, हमको उजालों का संसार दे माँ. हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञानता से हमें तार दे माँ. हे शारदे माँ, हे शारदे माँ, अज्ञान
Uma Devi was born, or she take incarnation in the home of Himachal Dev and Maina Devi. And what happened, my friends? They called Narad Muni. Narad samachar sab pave kai tukhi giri gre sidhaye. They called Naradji, their family priest, the saint, and they said, Naradji, please come and bless our child. When a child is born in a home, my friends, there are so many things. This raising a child in a Hindu way, it is a very exciting thing. So many rituals, so many traditions we follow when a child is born in a home. I'm so proud of the young people today of our community, especially the Brampton community here. I'm overwhelmed in a good way with calls and with guidances because Panditji, they say, you've always told us, tell me when our child is born, what the first thing we do, what we do afterwards. And I have to tell you, my friends, that I'm so honored to guide children in this aspect, in this way, because Hindu Dharma helps to shape our lives. Hinduism helps to shape our lives, and if at all we are interested in another dimension of life, where apart from living and eating and drinking and sleeping, if we are interested in another dimension of life, we have to, my friends, embrace the Hindu tradition. Naradji came. You know, when a child is born, we know about 9 days, but there is 6-day ceremony. It's called Shashti Devi ceremony. On the 6th day, Ma Shashti Devi comes. Then there is 9-day ceremony where the Devis come. Then there's 21 days. After 21 days, the name of the child is revealed. Because the impurity period goes away after 21 days. After 21 days, the impurity period goes away. Then a child should be named, right? I think you know all this stuff right now. I'm telling you things I taught you already. Naradji came to the home and they said, Naradji, please tell us what this child will look like. Please tell us what will happen to this child. Ni sa re ma re pa ma re sa sab lakshan sampan kumari ho hi santat piyahi pyari sada achal ehi kar avivata ehi tejasu pehi pitu mata ho ehi pooj sakal jag mahi ehi sevat kachu दुर्लभ नाही एहि कर नामो सुमिरी संसारा प्रिय चढ़िहि पति व्रत असिधारा. Naradji came, and Naradji did not open any book. Naradji did not open any astrology thing to tell the people any story. Naradji looked in the face of Ma Uma Devi and the baby. Naradji looked in the face of the baby, my friends, and Naradji says, Hare Sab Lakshan Sampan Kumari. There is something called Lakshan. I want to tell you, my friends, this thing called Lakshan means the appearance of the face, the appearance of the body. You know, I don't know if you believe in this or not, but I really don't hope that, you know, you're into this thing called don't judge the book by the cover and this whole business. Because I want to tell you something today. There is something called aura. Aura, you know, your aura. When you appear in front of somebody, if you have the right skills and the right sadhanas in life, you can look at that person with their aura. Aura means the brightness of your face or the appearance of your face, the way you sit, the way you walk, the way you talk. You can look right into their eyes, right into their face, and you can tell, my friends, a lot about their life. A lot about it. I've done it so many times to people. You know this, and I have broadcasted this so many times. I don't open book. I don't see patra for people. Do I know how to do it? Of course I do. As part of the studies, you have to study the 27 nakshatras, the tithis, the vars and everything, and see how they meet together, what are the impacts. I can tell you a lot of things. If something is lost, I can open book and tell you when you will find it back. I can tell you a lot of things. Among the many things I can tell you, which is a good day to do certain things, to invest, buy a car. But you know why I do not practice astrology, my friends? You know why I don't practice astrology? And I never will? Because people leave God. People leave God and they run after the astrologers. They leave God. They forget about God. Parmeshwar, we went to long prayer. I got Om Namah Shivaya 108 times. This, that, try and become Jamahe. I got fast 30 days for Shraavan. Navrat 9 days. This, that long story. But give me one shortcut. I got buy some black dollar or something. And tell me which day I got to do this for get money. And I don't know what and what and what. When you do that stuff, my friends, astrology is a way to correct your path. So that if you're doing your sadhanas or you're doing your thing as a Hindu, your life, and there is some sort of alignment that is required, like the chiropractor, you're going around your business, but you fell into a hole and you broke your ankle or something. The chiropractor goes and put on some surgeries or what therapy and they fix you back and things like that. The role of the astrologer should be like that, to correct you, to realign you in certain ways. I want to tell you, my friends, I want to tell you, Bhavani Shankar Mandir, I have never seen an astrologer in my 42 years of life. I have never seen an astrologer. I have friends who can tell me so many things. I have friends who are famous astrologers, India and Canada. I have never ever one day called them and say, tell me what is this and what is that, or open book and what is this and what is. I have never done that. You know why? Because beyond the book, beyond the astrologer, beyond the gurus of the astrologer, beyond all of them is my Mahadev. Beyond all of them is my Mahadev, my friends. And if I have enormous amount of faith in my Bhagavan Shiva, then he takes care of me and he takes care of everything I touch. He takes care of everything I live in. He takes care of every path I walk on. I do not need someone to pay money to someone to tell me something about what I know already. I don't need that stuff. If you come to tell me, Pandit, I want you to check book for me, I already know there's something wrong with you, because people don't go check book because something good is happening into their lives, no? You know that? Hey, Pandit, me guess what? Me want check book for me because me work lot of money, me get promotion, all this good to me, buy big house, lots of car and all this kind of thing. Man, you know what, going and check book, no man, tell me. You think that will ever happen in your life? No. The only reason people go check book or run after an astrologer is to pay money that they don't have for the astrologer to tell them something that they already know. And if you come to me, it means you're already in distress. It means you already got some financial problem or whatever it is, some kind of issues. You don't have to open book for that stuff. I have watched people give money that they don't have to astrologers. Please understand that astrology is a shastra. It is part of our studies. It is part of Hinduism. I'm not condemning astrology. I'm not condemning astrologers. I am telling you, do not forget about Bhagwan and run after astrologers. Do not forget about Bhagwan and run after astrologers. You're just destroying yourselves, my friends. The amount of faith that you have in astrologers, have an ounce of that for your Bhagwan and see how your life will change. See how your life will change. An ounce of it have in your Bhagwan and see how life will change. All of money that you give to astrologers, give it to a temple. Give it to a temple and see how your life will change, my friends. I don't teach dogma. I don't preach dogma. I don't like it. I tell you things as I see that can help your life. In the right sense, many times somebody sits in front of me and there are certain things about it. You look into the features of somebody, they're agitated or whatever it is, you can tell half of their life by the way they behave. Right? by the way they behave. It is called lakshan. It is called lakshan. What is in your mind is written on your face. What is going on in your head is written on your face. What is going on in your health, your life, it is written on your face. What you're thinking, it is written on your face, my friends. It is all written on your face. No happy person will ever look miserable. No happy person will ever look miserable. So you know what miserable looks like, right? You know what miserable looks. You don't have to study psychology to know that. No happy person, my friends, will ever look miserable. No happy person will ever behave miserable. No happy person will ever treat anyone in a miserable way. I always tell you this, you know this. When you see somebody is miserable with people, when you see someone is just miserable about everything, it means that their life is miserable at home. So pray for them. Pray for, don't judge them and all that, just pray for them, right? Pray for them. Because everything that you want to know about somebody, you look into their eyes or their face, and it is there. It is there. Naraji came. Sab lakshan sampan kumari, hoi sankat piyahi piyari. Are sada achal ehi kar ahi bata ehi tejasun. Pehahi pitumata. Naraji looked into the face and he saw brilliance. He saw smiles in his baby. He saw a depth of life. He saw beauty. He saw all the things, my friends, that should be all the good lakshan by just looking at the face of that little baby that is called Uma, or that is now going to be Parvati, my friends. And Narada says, your child will be one who the world will look up to. Who the world will look up to be strong as a woman. To be strong as a woman. The world will look up to her. And that is why, my friends, we say, Maa ki duwariya, Amrit ki barse badariya, Ambe Maa ki duwariya. My friends, we say, hey Mata, to your doors we have come, because since you are the example of the world, bless us with such inspiration to be examples. Amrit ki barse badariya, Ambe Maa ki duwariya, Amrit ki barse badariya, Ambe Maa ki duwariya, Amrit ki barse badariya, Ambe Maa ki duwariya, 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 Amrit ki barse badariya, Ambe Maa ki duwariya, Amrit ki barse badariya, Ambe Maa ki duwariya. Come on, clap your hands with me, everybody. Jai Ho! Pass number one. Jai Ho! Tatur mor papiha bole, Tatur mor papiha bole, papiha bole, papiha bole, maa. Tatur mor papiha bole, kooke kali kovariya, मेरी माँ की दुवरिया, अमृत की बरसे बदरिया, मेरी माँ की दुवरिया. जय हो जगदम्बिका माता की जय हो. शीश मुकुट कानों में कुंडल, शीश मुकुट कानों में कुंडल, कानों में कुंडल, कानों में कुंडल, शीश मुकुट कानों में कुंडल, सोवे लाल चुनरिया, मेरी माँ की दुवरिया, अमृत की बरसे बदरिया, मेरी माँ की दुवरिया. जय हो जगदम्बा. माथी की बिंदिया चम चम चमके, माथी की बिंदिया चम चम चमके, हाँ चम चम चमके, चम चम चमके, माथी की बिंदिया चम चम चमके, जैसे गगन में बिजुरिया, मेरी माँ की दुवरिया, अमृत की बरसे बदरिया, मेरी अरे माँ की दुवरिया, माँ की दुवरिया, माँ की दुवरिया, माँ की दुवरी, अमृत की बरसे बदरिया, मेरी माँ की दुवरिया, 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 अमृत की बरसे बदरिया. My friends, from the Divine Mother we find Amrit. Naraji looks into the eyes of the baby. Scale C sharp. Naraji, sorry, D, scale D. Naraji looks into the eyes of the baby, and Naraji says, "Hey, Ma, her happiness will be formed as a rock, and she will bring glory to her parents." The goal of every child. Children, please listen to me today. If your parents are alive, your goal in life is to bring happiness to your parents, not to take their happiness away. Your goal in life is to put on the light and brighten their lives, not to take it out and brighten your life. Your goal in life, my friends, is to not see your parents live a day in sorrows because of you. That is the goal in life. If somebody should ask you what your goals in life are, I tell you this, my friends. Every time we get asked our children, what is the goal in your life? What is the goal in your life? My goal in life is to be this. My goal in life is to be that. My goal in life is to have this, and the goal in life is to have that. But my friends, very few of us want to have a goal to say, my goal in life is to never let my mother see an unhappy day in her life. My goal in life, you know what Arjuna's goal in life was? Arjuna, the man, the greatest man on earth at that time who lived. You know what his goal in life was? To not see a tear fall from the eye of his mother. Arjuna, you know what happened? When the Pandavas had gone away to the forest, to take their training, and when they come back, when Kunti Devi opened her eyes and she saw them, a tear was falling from her eyes. You know what Arjuna did? Arjuna took an arrow and he shot it in the direction of Ma Kunti. The arrow came and caught the teardrop of Mata Kunti. The arrow came and caught the teardrop of Mata Kunti. And what happened, my friends? Brought it to the feet of Arjuna. He never wanted to see his mother leak a drop of tear. Not a drop of tear. The goal of every child is to see the happiness of their parents. Naraji says, this child of yours, Himachal and Maina Devi, will always bring her parents happy. She shall command the respect of the world, this child, and he who serves her shall lack nothing. He who serves Parvati Devi should lack nothing, my friends. Serve her, not the astrologer. Serve her, not the guys who tell you to bring all sort of stuff. Serve Ma Parvati. Tough times are short-lived. Happiness is more than we can count and we can bag and we can experience in this life. When and only when we have an infinite, unsurmountable faith for and love for the feet of Ma Jagadamba. Shivji, my friends, both of them are inseparable. Both of them are inseparable. To say you love Shiva and Durga Ma will worship her only in Navrat, it's not going to work. There can't be that balance in your life when we do that. Naraji tells the world, my friends, that whoever serves her, he puja sakala jagama, he puja. Whoever serves the feet of Mata Parvati, ehi se vat kachi durlabh nahi. Durlabh means that which is difficult to attain. Nothing in life becomes difficult to attain for those who serve her. Serve her means have faith like the mountain. She's the daughter of the mountain king. Your faith must be immovable, indestructible, regardless of what happens. Your faith must be like that. Your faith must be like that. But Naraji says, she shall command the respect of the world, of course, and by the mere thought of her name, women in this world, ehi kar naam sumiri sansara, ehi kar naam sumiri sansara, whoever thinks about the name of Mata Parvati, not even call her, whoever thinks of the name of Mata Parvati, triyacharihi pativrat asidhara, that whoever thinks of her name, women in this world should tread to the path of wifely fidelity, though it be a narrow edge of a sword. My friends, I know there are a lot of rights groups in this world. There are men's group, there are women's group, there are children group, animal rights group, there is this group and that group, and so shall they be. So shall they be, and let them be. But my friends, when a woman, my friends, is looking for power, when a woman is looking for someone to, to like a woman's rights group, I want to tell all my sisters out there, all my mothers out there, all my daughters out there, a woman is the strongest person earth has ever bear. A woman has more rights in this world than anybody else. When a man speaks, nobody listens to him. When a woman speaks, my friends, the world listens to them. The greatest creature, the greatest being that earth has ever given shelter to is a woman. And that is why their rights are never to be fought for, because they're already very powerful people. They're already very powerful people. And to all my sisters, mothers, and daughters out there, to all of you, if you take the name of Mata Parvati once, if you take the name of Mata Parvati, Parvati is a unique form of the divine. Parvati, because from Parvati came Lakshmi, Saraswati, Durga, Kali, Indra, all of them from Parvati, everyone came, my friends. When you come to Bhavani Shankar Mandir, you will see the majestic form of Ma Parvati. You will see her in her brilliance, her cheeks, the way she appears, so majestic as a princess and of course as the queen of Bhagwan Shivji. Narad says that she will of course take all wives across this path of life. Saila Sulakshan Suta Tumhari Sunahoje Ab Avagun Chahudhari. Your daughter, O Himalaya, is endowed with the auspicious marks, but hear now of a few drawbacks. Rinda harmonium. Hear now about a few drawbacks of Mata Parvati. Hear how for the true drawbacks of Mata Parvati. Mother and father were like, oh, drawbacks? What do you mean? Here, Naraji, this is the person she's going to get married to. They're all like, okay, I want to hear, who's my daughter going to get married to? Which rich guy is he going to get married to? I wonder what kind of car he's driving. Yogi jatil kamaman nagam amangal veshe asi swami ehi kaha milahi parihast asirek suni muni gira satya jire jani dukh sampati uma harshani नारद हूँ यह भेद न जावा दसा एक समुझब बिलगाना सकल सखी गिरिजा गिरि मैना पुलक शरीर भरे जल नैना होई न वृषा देव ऋषि भाषा उमा सुबचन हृदय धरि राखा श्री जय ओ जय जगदम्बा हे जगदम्बा जय जगदम्बा हे जगदम्बा सकल सखी गिरिजा गिरि मैना पुलक शरीर भरे जल नैना होई न वृषा देव ऋषि भाषा उमा सुवचन हृदय dhari rakha. Who do you want your daughter to get married to? That's a very important question, right? Who do you want your daughter to get married to? Well, it's the choice of my daughter. Whoever she wants to marry, she should marry, right? I'm okay with that. I don't have to be okay with it. It's your daughter. Whoever she wants to get married to, she should get married to. Agree 100%. Don't you have an input in her life? Parents, let me ask you this question, right? Don't you have an input in your child's life as to who their partner should be in life? You should. I don't mean you should, chastise your child because they can't marry someone you didn't get married to. But children out there, your parents have an input in who you marry in life, in who your partner is, in who your spouse is, and I'm very open-minded about life. I want you to know that. Very, very open-minded about life, because greater than your gender, greater than your color, greater than your everything is your life. Bigger than all of that is your life. Right? We all as parents, we do have concerns over who our child is going to now tie their lives up with. Because when you get married, my friends, that shouldn't be, the mindset shouldn't be, I'm going to try this out. You can't try marriage out. You have to get married. And if you get married, of course, certain situations will prevent you from progressing and whatever, but you have to go full out. Well, Maina Devi and Himachal. Maina Devi and Himachal, what happened, my friends? They heard, now Nalaji is going to tell them who their daughter is going to get married to. Jog jatil akamaman nagam amangal besu. Oh, your daughter, she will get married to a yogi, an anchorite. She will get married to a yogi, and he will have matted hair, like the Rasta, the guys. He will have matted hair. I'm not saying Rasta is bad. He will have matted hair, and he will have a heart devoid of all desires. He will be stark naked. This will be your son-in-law. And he will just wear a hide around his waist. And he will have an inauspicious guise, he will have skulls around his neck, and he will have snakes around him, and he will have the dead people's ash smeared on his body, and he will live in the crematorium, and where the things are burning, the bodies are burning, and he will not have any mother, he will not have any father, brother, or sister. He will just, when you look at him and the snakes, you will want to run. And his best friends will be ghosts and goblins and all that kind of stuff. And when they heard this, Maina Devi, she got bad feelings. Maina Devi get bad feelings. Himachal hold her up, she, queen and so on. She got bad feelings. She feel bad. Of course, there was no Laimakal and time for sap up her head and so. So Himachal hold her up like this. Hey, Maina Devi, what's wrong with you? Come on, stand up. He himself started trembling. So, I always tell people, when they say Pandit, me want to tell you something, but no must feel bad. I said, why, this is one thing I can never suffer from. I want to tell you, two things I will never suffer from. I'm unhappy. I'm never unhappy about anything. And secondly, I can never feel bad because I have an abundance of Laimakal in my life. I can never feel bad. Somebody, Palaji, I want to tell you something, but, I must feel bad. No, I can never feel bad. I have an abundance of Laimakal. And if I see you feel bad, I'm going to throw some on you too. So, you get rid of anything that will make you feel bad. So, my friends, Maina Devi passed out. My daughter is going to marry to some guy who lives in a crematorium. I am a queen. My daughter should marry to a prince. What is this? What is this? And so they said, Naraji, can you look back at the astrology chart and tell me, maybe you made a mistake, our daughter was born this. Naraji said, no. Destiny. We don't believe in this. We don't believe in this, my friends. But we have come here. We have come here with our life already carved out. But don't accept life as destiny. I don't want to tell you that. I don't like to tell people about destiny because whatever happens, they say, oh God want that happen, no. And that happen, no. If my daughter got, whatever, my son got, whatever. No. I don't want you to think like that. Don't think like that. Because you will accept everything as destiny. We have to make really intelligent choices in life in order to progress. The scriptures is one thing, my friends. It is not for everybody. Marriage is not for everybody. Life is not for everybody. Family is not for everybody. But it doesn't mean that because it's not for them, they're not good people. No. Don't even think about that. Naraji says, well, they brought her back to consciousness. And Naraji says, the great Naraji says, she will have an immense amount of love for Shiva's feet. And she'll be married to this man called Mahadev. And, of course, Mahadev is the Lord of the universe. Mahadev, whoever is associated with Mahadev, they will become Maha, and they will become, of course, one with Shiva. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. This prophecy of the divine seer, Himachal is telling his wife, Ki jhuti na hoi devar shivani, sojahi dampati sakhi sayani. This prophecy of Devrishi Narad will never go wrong. That this is for our daughter. Of course, it could never be false. The thought, my friends, of the mountain king and his daughter and his wife of marrying their daughter, my friends, to a sage with bhasma on his body was unthinkable. But my friends, this is how the life is carved out for us. This is how life is carved out for us. The great sage Narad replied, listen, O Himavat, kaha muni so himavant suni jo vidhi likha lilai, deva danuj naranaga muni koi na moti nahar. The sage says, Narad replied, listen, O Himachal, whatever has been decreed by fate, no one can undo. Not even the gods, not the demons, not the human beings, not the serpent, nor the serpents, nor the sages. Nevertheless, I'll tell you one remedy, that this may avail if heaven helps you. Uma, your daughter, will surely wed Shivji as I told you today. She will wed Shivji as I told you today. Bolyo Mahapati Mahadev ki jai. And tomorrow when we come back, I will tell you of Mata Parvati. Now, she's a baby, right? And tomorrow when she grows up into a young girl and she learns about the prophecy of Narada, what is Ma Parvati going to do? A marriage is not just meeting someone on the road and putting a ring in the finger and having children. A marriage, there has to be many things done before that marriage. Of course, my friends, you don't have to do all of this. You don't have to pray, you don't have to do anything, but it means you're going to access a dimension of life that is very basic. A dimension, an aspect of life that is very basic. You ask anybody who do sadhana, my friends, who do tapasya, who do penance in their life, who do pujas in their life. You ask anybody who's committed to some kind of sadhana in their life. You ask anyone, they will tell you that. What they will tell you? They will tell you that their life is very different. That the amount of joy and happiness that they enjoy in their life is infinite, perennial, right? It is not short-lived for a few hours alone. Tomorrow we'll talk about the power of penance, the power of sadhana, and I'm going to put all of you on a sadhana. Tomorrow I'm going to put all of you on a sadhana. It will be about a week before. We are going into the last week of Shraavan. And I want all of you, every single one of you, the hundreds of you on Facebook and all of you on YouTube, I want all of you tomorrow to tune in because I'm going to put you on a sadhana for 7 days. For 7 days, I'm going to put you on a sadhana. A sadhana means a spiritual practice given by a guru or someone like me. It means it's consecrated. It has power to do something in your life. Tomorrow evening, I'm going to give you that sadhana. And on Sunday, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to go through that sadhana every day. You're going to go through that sadhana every day. And at the end of Shraavan, you're going to tell me, my friends, how much of a different person you have become. Tomorrow night, we'll see all of you. Bolyo Mahapati Mahadev ki jai. Now let's wish my dear Auntie Shirley a happy 72nd birthday. Auntie Shirley, I hope you're well and you're enjoying the program. I know you are, into, the iPad. I understand Sati got you a nice little accoutrement, as we would say in our back home language, to view the program. This is a very joyful, very happy mother who is very connected to our temple. And I want to wish you, Auntie Shirley, a happy birthday today. On behalf of course, all your family, your children, grandchildren, who have, of course, thought about you today and always have thought about you. This is a wonderful family who if you weren't here earlier, I happen to know from my village. And childhood days, this is a home. Auntie Shirley and Uncle Baker home was one of those homes. I remember so clearly when it was Diwali, we used to go outside to walk. And in the night, you light up your diya and thing. And I don't know the tradition over here, people stay home because they don't want God go anything. But back home, we used to light up our diyas and we used to go out for a walk. And we used to always look forward to go to this home, Auntie Shirley home and Uncle Baker home, because their homes used to be lit up with diyas and designed diyas and, in different patterns and all these kind of things. And it was such a joy. And of course, they were the suppliers of bread and cake and turnover and butterflap and little bread and big bread and plat bread and all the kind of bread in our village. And it was so delicious, so delicious. Auntie Shirley, to all the stomachs that you and your husband and your family have fed, whether it was a business or not, that doesn't matter. But your love for your community and your family is amazing. Happy birthday to you, Auntie Shirley. And see some beautiful family pictures up there with the family in so many occasions. I hope that you continue to be the person you are, devoted. She has found her home here for so many years. And on behalf of all the seniors, especially at Bhavani Shankar Mandir, and my family, Sita, the children, and your Bhavani Shankar Mandir family, happy birthday, Auntie Shirley, and have a very, very, very blessed next year and many more years ahead of you. Geeta did request that we sing Ma Teri Mamata for you. So we got to honor that request, and let us all together sing Ma Teri Mamata, Kitni Pyari, Kitna Pyari Jagati Hai. Vrinda, C scale. Ma Teri Mamata, Kitni Pyari, कितना प्यार जगाती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है। माँ तेरी ममता कितनी प्यारी, कितना प्यार जगाती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है। श्वास श्वास की रक्षा करके, श्वास श्वास की रक्षा करके, पग पग प्राण बचाती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है। माँ तेरी ममता कितनी प्यारी, कितना प्यार जगाती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है। तू ऋषियों की रिधि सिद्धि, तू ब्रह्मा की भक्ति माँ, तू विष्णु की माया देवी, तू शंकर की शक्ति माँ। तू ऋषियों की रिधि सिद्धि, तू ब्रह्मा की भक्ति माँ, तू विष्णु की माया देवी, तू शंकर की शक्ति माँ, तू माँ तो से भाग्य जगा दे, भागी भागी आती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है। माँ तेरी ममता कितनी प्यारी, कितना प्यार जगाती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है। तू काली महाकाली दुर्गा, तू है बाल भवानी माँ, तू पुराण का सार शारदा, तू वेदों की वाणी माँ, तू काली महाकाली दुर्गा, तू ही बाल भवानी माँ, तू पुराण का सार शारदा, तू वेदों की वाणी माँ, तू बालक को गोद मिले कर जीवन गीत सुनाती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है। माँ तेरी ममता कितनी प्यारी, कितना प्यार जगाती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है। श्वास श्वास की रक्षा कर की, श्वास श्वास की रक्षा कर की, पग पग प्राण बचाती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है, कितना प्यार जगाती है। May you have a very blessed birthday, Auntie Shirley, and Bhagwan, of course, may he provide lots of good health and strength to you at all times. Bolyo Mahapati Mahadev ki. I want to make an announcement, an important one, just to clarify any doubts out there, my friends. As you know, our temple is going through repairs, and this is no secret, because we're trying to get a brand new look around here. We had some flooding in the temple, and it is damaged a lot. Our insurance is actually taking care of most of the costs, but there are certain costs that they're not taking care of, like we have, the carpet, the padding, the one that we want to put on to avoid the thing that we had before. That's going to cost us, a lot of money. And then the repainting of the temple back, we have to do that, plus some other deductible and so on. It is costing the temple out of our pocket, minimum, I say 25,000 from our pocket. But I have not called anyone, I have not appealed to anyone, and I will not appeal to any one of you for money for that purpose. I want you to know that. Because not everything that happens, Pandit Hari should come and make the public. No. And if anyone has done that out there, it is not, I have not asked anyone to. What I will do I want you all to focus on the wedding. That's all. Focus on the wedding, August 3rd. Just come to the wedding, send your wedding gifts, your donation. Focus on that. You can give Parvati Mata and Shivji on an auspicious occasion. You can give a donation to the temple. That's fine. That's what we want. But I'm not coming to all of you like, Mandir has flood, please send money and do this and do that. I'm not doing that. I have 25 friends who I'm going to text. I know that they can close their eyes and give me $1,000. Well, give the temple $1,000 without even blinking. So I'm going to send them a text that, hey, we have this issue here. Please, I'm not going to ask them. I said, please transfer the money into the temple's account and Bhagwan's blessings. And that will happen. I'm not worried about stuff like that. So I don't want to put pressure on our community because, I always tell you this, I will let you know when we need help, right? So although there's lots of repairs going on here, I'm excited. I'm here day and night, by the way. I'm here all day. I'm here late in the night. I'm excited. I'm pumped up to really get this place going. But I'm not doing any fundraising because of that. Don't let that stuff bother you. This is my worries, okay? Your attention must be on satsang. Your attention must be on puja, on katha, to enjoy everything. Don't worry. I have some friends I'm going to create a nice WhatsApp group and put them inside, and they who know who they are, I'm going to ask them for a little help, and that will take care of things. And I bet you when the program is finished, they will text me and say, Panditji, I know you're going to ask me, put my name down for $1,000 and whatever it is, and that's how it's going to be. 25 friends I'll ask to give $1,000 each. Don't worry about stuff like that. Did you enjoy the decor today? Did you enjoy Naga Panchami today? Do you enjoy, of course, please clap. All of you clap for our beautiful volunteers who made this possible for us. We're going to post the pictures and the video on YouTube so you can see what, beautiful decor we have done here today for Nag Panchami. Bholenath Bhagwan is so vibrant. He's so much alive in this temple. And my friends, I hope and pray that Monday evening, by the way, we're reopening back for the public. Monday evening, we have Somar Puja starting at 5:30. The Shrotas who are participating, 5:30. So please come on out and, of course, be part of this process. God bless all of you. And one more announcement. Sunday morning, we will not have service here because the temple is closed. We will not be airing any service as well because Sunday morning, I'm going to ask for a number of volunteers to come in here and sweep up and mop up this place, the temple itself, and to prepare for Monday evening. So Sunday morning, if you want to come here, there is no puja going on, but bring your mop and your broom and come, and we'll ask you to sweep up this place and mop it up and prepare it for Monday evening satsang. I'm counting on you for that, to see you here. I need about 30 people in this place, a little bit more than that, just to keep things tidy and neat on Sunday morning. God bless all of you. We'll do arti. Yarnikani chapapani janmantar kritani jan tani sarvani nashyantu pradakshinam pade pade.
Om Jai Shiva Omkara Swami Hare Shiva Omkara Jai Shiva Omkara Swami Hare Shiva Omkara Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva Brahma Vishnu Sada Shiva Ardhangi Dhara Om Jai Shiva Omkara Om Hare 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 Mahadev Ekanan Chaturanan Panchanan Raje Swami Panchanan Raje Hansasan Garurasan Hansasan Garurasan Vrishvahan Saje Om Jai Shiva Omkara Om Hare 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 Mahadev Do Bhuj Char Chatur Bhuj Das Bhuj Te Sohe Swami Das Bhuj Te Sohe Tino Roop Nirakta Tino Roop Nirakta Tribhuvan Jan Mohe Om Jai Shiva Omkara Om Hare 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 Mahadev Akshmala Vanmala
सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणे नमोऽस्तु ते। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनां सर्वे सन्तु निरामय सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय। ॐ शान्ति 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 हरि ओम। प्रेम से बोलो गणपति भगवान की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय, नवग्रह देवता की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय हो, सियाभज रामचंद्र की जय हो, लक्ष्मी नारायण भगवान की, राधा कृष्ण भगवान की, गंगा मैया की जय हो, यमुना मैया की जय हो, सूर्यनारायण स्वामी की जय हो, सत्यनारायण भगवान की, सरस्वती माता की जय हो, महालक्ष्मी माता की जय हो, नवग्रह श्री नवदुर्गा माता की जय हो, श्री जगदम्बिका माता की जय। नमः पार्वती पतये हर 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 महादेव शंभो। सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। सबको जय जय सीताराम। Good night, Sitaram, everyone, and hope all of you are well. I will see all of you tomorrow, and I will put all of you in a sadhana. I'm going to put you in a practice that you have to fulfill. Panditji is sharing RT inside. We'll take RT. And I want to say Sitaram to all of you as well. Hope you have everyone have a blessed night, a good night ahead of you. So let's see where we start here. Lots of you are saying Jai, Jai, Jai. So Indra Rajkumarji, Jai Ho. Thank you for your kind words. Mari Tiwari, Jai Ho. Bhaji Dev Ramjeevan every night tuning in from Long Island. Yogani Lachman Singh, Madhu Ardyal, Sister Pratibha Sati Patel, Mahadev, Dayan Ram Dihal, Jai Ho, from New York, of course. Geeta Ram Pratap, whose mom today celebrates her birthday, Har Har Mahadev. Didi Zuzu from New York, Vidya Basiram, you're welcome. Didi Chandra, Gomati Narayan, Lizzie Sarju, Lakshmi Punai, and Uncle Pedro. Sister Camila Sukwa and Bhaiji Derek and family, Chandravati Sukram, Shanti Mohan, Chandra Kathanan, Sitanath, Jai Sitaram everyone, Janet Singh, Srinita Sadika Kumar, Shanti Saw, Geetaram Pratap, Jasmine Shri Kisun, Bhakti Yoga Culture, Didi Chandra, Devika Prasad Nasir, Hemwanti Ram Sarup, Kamla Dwarka, Geeta Balram, Adrian Sanjeev Sahabadin, Malina Kanhoi Sigolam, Dalip Singh, Dudnath Pudram, Taralal, Suzy Ramratan, Vidya Devanandan, Vidyan Ganesh and Gauri, Babita Budwa, Lisa Rajkumar and my cousin Karan, Pamela Imrit from Montreal, Jai Ho, Manish Ramlakan and all the Ramlakan family, Jai Ho, Lina Sa, Jai Ho, Sati Samwaru, you're welcome, Auntie Data, and of course from Florida, and Sham and all the girls there, Jai Ho, Suvika Prasad, Sati Singh, you're welcome. Auntie Leela, Sitaram, Jai Ho, Sabaram Narayan, Lalita Ram Lochan, Har Har Mahadev, Sati Singh, Val Samaru, Baji Raj and Devi and family, Jai Ho, Lily Ram, Lisa Marj Kumar, Lily Ram Jatan, Anita Sarju. God bless all of you. Thank you for your love and for being in tune with us. We'll see you tomorrow night. Yes, Manisha, you have to see how the lingam looks in person. It is so beautiful. Wahida Sukhu, Jai Ho, Lily Ramjatan, Jai Ho, Kavita Sukhbir, Jai Sitaram. Stay well, everyone. Share the video so everyone can see what a beautiful decor we have. You can share the video on your timeline so that our community will, of course, be mesmerized by the devotion of a few. See all of you tomorrow evening. It's a Friday night, so have a blissful, easy Friday night, and see you tomorrow. Mahadev, stay blessed.